connective tissue. As from the name is clear, connective tissue means it connect or bind one tissue to the other, or also connect to the different organ with each other and help to keep them in a proper place by binding. So now we can see this connective tissue, they have a lot of intercellular spaces, means lot of matrix is there and only few cells are there and some fibers. Now this connective tissue, they are referred as three types. One is connective tissue proper, second is sportive connective tissue, third is fluid connective tissue. Connective tissue proper, it helps to, we can say, in the packing and binding of the organs, and the sportive tissue, as from the name, it provides support. And then third is fluid, it helps to transfer the things because it flow inside the body. Now we are talking about the first one, connective tissue proper. Is again of three types. First is areolar tissue, then second is adipose tissue, third is fibrous tissue. So first is areolar tissue. It lies below the epidermis and it is a loose connective tissue. And then it helps to hold the organs together. And also it acts as a reservoir of water and salt for the surrounding tissue, and it make the skin elastic, means it make the skin stretcher. We can pull the skin because of the areolar tissue. Then second is adipose tissue. This tissue is specialized to store the fat and it is made up of the special cell that is called the adipocytes. And this tissue comprises 20 to 20% of the total body weight. Because it stores fat, so it forms a padding under the skin and especially around some organs, means to fill the empty spaces as around the kidneys and eyeball. And it also act as an insulation, means it helps to retain body heat. Now the third one is fibrous connective tissue. As from the name is clear, it is made up of the long structures that is called the fibers. Fibers are strong and they form the bundles. And then with areolar tissue, it is found in the dermis, tendons that are tissues, we can say, the fibers which help to join muscle to the bones. And the third one, ligaments, which connect one bone to bone. As visible, it contains long fibers and only a few cells. Now, the next one is the sportive connective tissue. As I told before also, it helps to support, means providing the support. So mainly it is of two types, cartilage and bone. Cartilage, it is a non-porous tissue. Non-porous tissue means it does not contain any pores. And then we can say it is having a thick intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces mean they having a few cells and lot of spaces are between them. And it has no blood vessels, means cartilage has no blood vessels and it is a non-porous, no holes are there. And this cartilage is an elastic tissue and semi-transparent also. It is found at the tip of the nose and external ears. You can see if you touch the external ears and tip of the nose, they are a little bit flexible. And then they also found in between the vertebrae and at the end of the long bones. So next is the bone. Bone is a hard porous tissue, means bones are hard and they have smaller holes in between them, and then it contains a good blood vessels and nerves. And then it consists of bones made up of a living cell that is called the osteoblast and some inorganic salts also. Again going to repeat, means sportive connective tissue, two types, cartilage and bone. Cartilage is non-porous but bones are porous. Cartilage is elastic but bones are hard. Cartilage is semi-transparent but bone is made up of the living and non-living things. Living cell that is called the osteoblast. Now the third one, that is a fluid connective tissue. As from the name is concerned, it is a fluid, means liquid is there. So mainly it consists of two types of, we can say made of two things, that is a blood and lymph. Both are liquids are there. Blood is a containing liquid part that is called the plasma, and it contains a cell. Cell of three types: red blood cells, white blood cells, and the platelets. Now next is the lymph. Lymph is a fluid which is surrounding the body cells. Means we can say when the blood it oozes out of the blood vessels. Means it comes out of the blood vessels and contain only the white blood cells. Doesn't contain any red blood cells. On that time it is called the lymph. And this both blood and lymph, they are mainly concerned for the transportation. Means they transport the food and other materials or gases we can say from one part of the body to the other. And they also providing the immunity. Means they providing the protection against the diseases. Now the next one is muscle tissue. They are again of three types. First one is striated, second is unstriated, third is cardiac one. Striated muscles means it are under our control. They are found mainly in the arms, legs, and face, neck, etc. So whenever we want to move our legs, we can move. When we want to move our arms, we can move. So that is why these striated muscles are under our control, and these are found in that organ which we can move with our will. So then these are containing strips of dark and light bands. As vesicles contain strips of dark and light band, and uninucleated means one nucleus is present in them. And these muscles are formed total 50% of the body weight. Now second one is the unstriated muscle. These muscles are not under our control, and these are found in that organ which are not working according to us, like in the intestine, stomach, lungs. These are found in that organs. And then these are containing only one nucleus, we can say uninucleated, and these are not containing any strips. These are tapering at the end and broadened in the middle. And then third one is the cardiac muscles. These are also involuntary muscles which are not under our control, but these are found only in the heart, and they never going to get tired. These fibers are also uninucleated, but they are branched. Okay, difference in them. They are also containing one nucleus, but they are branched. So next is the neural nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is made up of special cell that is called the nerve cells. Okay, this nerve cell, they are elongated one. From sometimes we can say they are just almost, as in the axon is 1 meter, and in some ways 3 meter also. This nerve cell, it consists of two parts. One, that is the upper one, that is called the pericardium, and the lower one, that is called the axon. Pericardium is also called the cyton and the cell body. It consists of a single nucleus, and some granules are there, that is called the Nissl granules. And then it consists of a fiber-like projections, that is called the dendron or dendrites. And the axon, as I told, is 1 meter long, and as an elephant, it is 3 meter long also. This axon, it consists of also, we can say, outer one, that is the myelin sheet is there, then the neurolemma, and contain a nucleus also. And the lowermost part, that is called the axon. And then that is and by this is called the axon ending. And this in between the two places, the gap is there, that is called the node of the Ranvier. So now finally we can say nervous tissue is made up of the two parts, pericardium and the axon.